Welcome everybody to episode 3 of Hot Take with Mr. H. Now today, guys, we got a mega comedy star here with us, guys. Want to introduce to you Mario Superstar Salazar.
Yeah, the crowd goes wild.
And the crowd goes wild.
See, I dabbed on. People don't
dab
no
him,
more,
dab
right?
him,
People
double
don't dab
dab.
no more. Double dab.
Okay, that was too much, right?
Sí,
Talk to us. Who is Mario Salazar?
Mario Salazar is a man who hasn't done his taxes in 3 or 4 years. Has an expired tag right now. But is also one of the funniest men to have ever lived. And I like to tell this to people. I think because of my viral voiceovers, I have become part of American lore. So, I hear people message me. I was like, bro, we were all at a party and we put like your voiceovers just for like 2 hours straight. And everybody was just having an awesome time. Like they put like an album on, they put all my voiceovers and they were just partying with like my voiceovers. So I feel like, wow, that's so cool. Like people just party and are laughing with my videos. So
I mean, I'm a fan as well.
Thank you, bro.
What is the most viral clip that you put out there?
I believe the one that made my Instagram explode about 3 or 4 years ago. My old Instagram, it got taken down. My new one's back to over 110,000 followers. But my old one was really, really going badass. And then they took it down because of a little too much violence in the videos. So I toned down the violence in the videos. But the one that really took off was the bull riding video.
That's my favorite one.
See, bro, that one con el chompas, man. I hope to buy him a car one day. Because he has really made me a lot of money.
A used one.
See, maybe I use one. Pero con la tag que te up to date. Right. Not like my car.
With a clean license, with the record.
One of the ladies from this from Studio X was telling me like this is a lot of vintage stuff, and I was like, pues mi car, perfecto mi car, getting 200,000 miles. so it
what kind of beauty are we talking about?
It's a Buick Encore, and Encore because that's what people yell after they see me perform. Solo.
Yeah.
Encore.
Encore.
So yeah, no, that car, bro, Road War. I got it with like 30,000 miles 4 years ago, and now it's already up to like 200,000 miles. I take it everywhere, bro.
That means you travel a lot. Every weekend you have a show somewhere.
Gracias a Dios, bro. See, it's I'm constantly booked. I'm constantly on the road. I'm a road comic through and through, even though I'm not from a big city. Me and Raymond, we kind of brought comedy to the valley. But we've also expanded our comedy style and our comedy brand to pretty much everywhere in the country.
I've seen you a lot in California.
See, Cali, pues I'm a Charger fan, so I get requested out there a lot. And,
speaking of the Chargers,
woo!
Go Bolts, no?
See,
nah.
Man. You're a Texans fan, no?
No, I'm a Cowboy fan.
Órale, it's all good.
Unfortunately.
Pero, man, the Texans have had our numbers. And coincidentally, me tocó un gig on January 24th. January 25th is the AFC Championship game. And if it plays out like I'm thinking it is, it's going to be the Texans at Chargers again. So it's setting up perfectly for me to go to the game again. So
who won during the regular season?
The Texans.
The Texans.
And they beat us in the playoffs last year. I'm still paying for that, man.
They got a 9-win winning streak going on.
Sí, tan
so
brutos,
right now
bro.
they really clicking as a team, and the defense is legit.
It's a defense. No, nuestro offensive lineman, bro, tan caca.
Did Keenan Allen get his incentives?
Yeah, he got his incentives. He got an extra $1 million just for catching 6 balls. So
now talk to us about the draft.
Yeah,
you were able to represent the Chargers
in the draft.
And what pick was it? And who did they pick?
I don't remember the 200 and I don't remember the number. I remember the player, and he actually had a really good career for a 7th rounder, Justin Jackson, out of Northwestern. Even though I said it bien raza de amar in el draft, I said Northwestern, Western. Yeah, Justin Jackson. He retired about 3 years ago, but he had a pretty solid career.
What position did he play?
Running back.
Running back.
See.
Yeah, right now the shelf life on those running backs.
Yeah, see,
5 to 6 years tops.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah, and they're out retiring.
Did they take chingos of pounding, bro?
Pound cake.
Chingos of hits.
A lot of hits.
Yeah.
But that's good, man. What are you working on right now?
Um, I I don't have any like, everybody has, well, maybe I do. I shouldn't say that because I plan on I'm having some time off, pero pues I mean bills got to get paid, but I want to really concentrate and maybe we can talk about it because now I'm looking at this studio and it would be kind of I want to start sort of a variety show, and I already have like two or three kind of full episodes in mind, and it's sort of like Chappelle's show with Beavis and Butthead. Remember when they used to make fun of the videos?
Yeah, they would watch the TV and they just.
And I want to do that with Raymond and like, but bash old school Tejano videos, like the Cali Carranza Pídame la Luna video. Have you ever seen that video?
I just heard it right now. I was listening down the way over here.
Have you ever seen the video?
I haven't seen the video.
Oh my gosh, bro, it is comedy gold. El owner de Cine El Rey, I was telling him sort of my ideas, and I was like, we want to sort of like dissect these cheesy old school 90s videos like Cali Carranza, Pídame la Luna. He's like, hey, I directed that video. Don't make fun of it. I was like, we're not going to make fun of it. We're going to prop it up. Like, you just...
You're gonna give it light.
See, there's some guy, and they shot it close to Isla Grande, so like everything's like you recognize everything. And they shot it at the beach. There's some guy just air drumming, bro. Like,
and they have the long hair.
See,
yeah, classic long hair. Like bro. In the '90s, the more you look like a girl, the more you picked up chicks.
And any musical genre,
right?
Yeah,
that's '80s.
See,
'80s was big.
'80s glam rock, Tejano, all of them had long.
And then I wonder what drugs they took because these rappers took the wrong one. Some of these rappers got overdosed and all that, but those rock, they're still going out and performing right now. That's crazy. Man.
Yeah, bro. So that's the plan, man. Hopefully, I say take time off, but I mean realistically, I can, if I actually sit down for a day and write it out and get everything together, can bust it out pretty quick, and I know it's gonna become a phenomenon, bro. And I want to do this too, man. I'm already exposing too much, but I want to sit down and interview people that have gotten into fights in
your videos,
and ask them. So like, that can't hold me. That can't come up, bro. Yeah. People still ask me about that video.
Yeah. Chago, like, shout out to Chago.
Shout out to Chago. So have them sit down.
He owes me some dinner. He's actually gonna take me out tonight to go eat.
Oh, see, but your happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
22, 23?
37.
Orale, man. You don't look
6 years ago, but 37 still.
You don't look a day over 36, bro.
Thank you. No, it's just that's life. Time goes fast. Gotta enjoy it. Gotta live and laugh. Which is why I enjoy watching your videos, Instagram. I'm always laughing. I don't know how you come up with some of that stuff. What's your thought process in doing those videos?
First, because I get sent so many videos, and I've actually been kind of not battling, but kind of talking to God, and because I've experienced a religious, transfer. I've gotten more spiritual, and so I get sent so many videos, and some of them are really violent. I was like, dude, I can't pull. I'm gonna have my Instagram to get taken down again, So when people send me videos, I try to look at what videos will go viral or which ones are funny without me even doing anything. When I could just post it up, like when somebody can post it up and they'll go viral without like my twist on it, I know it's gonna be a huge hit. So I look for videos that I know are like, man, that's funny without even me saying anything. Then I grab it, I watch it like 2 or 3 times, and then I'll get into it.
And then your famous laugh.
To
me, that's what makes the videos.
See, and I'm exposing a lot in this podcast, bro. That's how much I love you, bro. But don't call me a cheater. But I use ChatGPT every once in a while for how to start the video, just for a little create. You use ChatGPT?
Yeah, I use ChatGPT.
Is ChatGPT racist to you?
Yeah.
Pinche ChatGPT, bro. I'm sorry, I cursed. Can I say pinche? Okay,
you curse.
Bro, I would talk to this robot normally. Hey, how you doing? Can you tell me, the benefits of fasting, right? And it would tell me, I would talk to it. And one day, I've never talked to this robot in Spanish, and you know how different people release stress in different ways by weightlifting or rage rooms, or I like to just talk shit to my chat GPT. So
It's got attitude. It
see,
has
yeah,
attitude.
it'll
It's
snap
got
back,
attitude
bro.
for
It'll
sure.
snap back. But one time I was just pissed off, and instead of just being angry at the world, I was like, let me curse out my chat GPT. So le mandé la madre el chat GPT, but in English. I was like, hey, F you fucking suck, blah, blah, blah. And then chat GPT replies, calmado, amigo. He goes, tranquilo, amigo. Because I went, F you and your mother, robot. That's what I told it. And then he replies, tranquilo, amigo. Soy Robert. No tengo mamá. I just started laughing my ass off. And then I was like, all right, man. Can you tell me how to start off a video with these big ladies fighting? And then he replied right away, Muffin Top Mayhem. And I was like, oh, there it is, bro. So I'll use ChatGPT every once in a while to do a little, to start it off. But then I'll add my own twist to it. And I like to add a lot of current events to it. Like the last video I did, I threw a joke in about Maduro.
But Venezuela joke, yeah.
See, I
got
throw a
that one,
Venezuelan
yeah.
joke. I always throw
I
in
thought that was
whatever.
current.
See, yeah.
So you know it's
Le
current.
está pegando Maduro. So stuff like that, bro.
The greatest athletic achievement.
Yeah,
One of
that's
my
become
favorites.
it's become one of the catchphrases.
And it's like some big guy that's
See.
doing like not even parkour. I don't even know what it is. But that's what makes it funny.
That's what makes it
That's
funny.
what makes
bro.
the
The
video
one I just
funny.
posted today, it was an old one, the Retro Tuesday one. Some guy that looked like me that was doing like a halftime show at a football soccer game in Mexico. And I voiced over that one. I was like, ¿a quién se parece? Está bien chulo. Because it looked like me, but with long hair. And he was doing those obstacle challenges. And it was so funny. I couldn't get through that video without laughing. So like when I saw it, I was like, this can go viral without me even doing anything to it. So if I had my twist to it, but while I was watching and recording it, I just couldn't get through it because it was so funny, man. It was really, really funny, man.
And do you truly know when you do go viral?
Um,
Because I always throw something, say, this is gonna go viral, and then it doesn't, and then I put something that's not even
Yeah.
like nothing like.
see, no, yeah, it's happened
Anything
to
is
me.
funny, it's stupid, but it goes viral.
See, yeah,
So
that's
one
happened
truly
to
never
me.
knows what's going on. I mean, I guess the main thing out of this is to be posting, post.
Yeah.
You don't know what's gonna go viral. If you want to do that, I mean, just keep on posting and have fun in the process.
I've had my little it's good for content creators and comedians, artists. This is a huge little tip from me. I've started sort of how can I say it? Every day of the week it's a different thing I post. So I already have it planned out. Not planned out, but I already have what type of video I'm gonna post. So today is Tuesday. I do Retro Tuesday, which is I get an old video from when people, like when I first started doing viral videos in 2020. We were all locked in at home. I wasn't really um I mean I wasn't performing at all because we're all yeah. So I needed that adrenaline of making people laugh. So I started doing these voiceovers. So I'll repost one from back in the day, and they'll go reviral again. A lot of people hadn't seen them; they didn't follow me in 2020. On Wednesdays, I post a stand-up clip every week, a different stand-up clip. The one I posted last week is going mini viral for a stand-up clip. It's like at 50,000 views, so that's really good for me for stand-up. My voiceovers get about 200 to 300, the good ones, and then the really really good ones 3 5 6 million. So then on Fridays I do también the same thing, Friday favorites, which I post an old video. And then on Monday I do merch Monday, where I'll just post one of my tour merch that I sell.
The HEB with the herb.
The herb, or the
Body by Barbacoa, which is one of my favorite. And Booty by
Barbacoa.
He has an underwear that says Booty by Barbacoa on the back, and in the front it says Lengua.
See, that's because I had the shirt Body by Barbacoa, right? And then I made a joke because I get it's Body by Barbacoa, so I would get chingon sizes, bro. 7XL, 6XL.
Those so?
They sell, bro. Everybody has that big fat cousin, chingon cousin that has that diabetic mancha right here, bro. He just has those fat granos, yeah. And so you want to get him a gift, bro. It's a perfect gift. So I always go, hey, don't worry, man. I have them up to size 6XL, 7XL. Why? Because we're in Texas. And what do they say about Texas? Everything's bigger in Texas, right? And then I go, everything except women's rights. Right? And they get you get a laugh. And then I go, I was gonna get rid of that joke, but it's 6 weeks old, right? Another jab. And I go, but don't worry, ladies, I got you. The state of Texas might not have your back, but I do. So then that's when I bust out the booty shorts. I got booty shorts that say "Booty" by Barbacoa in the back, and when you turn them around, they say "Pura lengua." Boom! Like I get one of my biggest laughs from my set at a merch me trying to sell merch.
Trying to sell it, so
but it always gets a huge laugh. Pura lengua, and people go crazy for it, bro. So.
Now you're speaking about your reels. Any celebrities that's like them or contacted you about it,
bro? Joe Rogan, Ice Cube, Jonathan Davis from Korn, Gael Garcia, Bernal, Diego Luna, Chavo Guerrero. He's a huge fan of mine, bro.
That's good.
He's a man. See, huge fan of mine. I have a bunch of wrestlers, and that's how Fluffy found me.
You got to open up for Fluffy.
I got to open up for Fluffy, man.
Talk to us about that.
Man, it was such a controlled, like, it was such a relaxed environment, but so, como aquí, bro, que everything is, like, real relaxed and everything, but everything's business también. Everything's, like, that's how the show was. Like, everything was structured, but everybody was, very carefree for the show. But the optics of it, or was very structured and very, like, very business-like y todo.
So you had like an itinerary. You had like this goes on at this time, this goes on. Your sets this way. So very, very structured.
Very structured, but at the same time very relaxed. And then Fluffy couldn't have been the nicest dude, man. Just what a cool person, man. Like when he first met me there at the actual arena, I shook his hand. He's like, nah, man, give me a hug. So that felt like, I was like, wow, man. And then I saw him. He came to McAllen Comic-Con, and I actually got to do some time. So, I mean, I didn't tell him I was going to be there, but he was, waiting to, meet the fans. I was there with my family, and then he sees me, and he goes, Salazar. And I was like, hey, ¿qué onda? And again, I go to shake his hand. He goes, why are you always trying to shake my hand, man? Give me a hug. We're, we're camaradas now. We're friends. And I was like, man, what a cool dude, man, to go take, to just somebody that, he's given an opportunity to, like, he's not a, like
other
cool
comedians.
Dude. Yeah, he made my stepson, he made a little Christmas greeting to my stepson, because I messaged him. I was like, hey, bro, I caught my stepson watching your stand-up. He was laughing his ass off. And he's like, oh, that's cool. What's his name? And I told him. And next thing you know, he's like, hey, Dylan, what's this is Fluffy. Just want to say I'm friends with your stepdad, and just be good. Do good in school. And my stepson, man, loved it, man. He ate it up, bro. So
yeah, that's a great hot take. And what we could take out of that is winners collaborate with winners. Losers are the ones that are hating and trying to not, shine on other people. So that's really good that people like him pave the way for you, and you pretty soon will be paving the way for other people.
Man, that's what now I'm doing comedy 18 years. I've never been happier than I am now doing comedy, and I think it's because it's not about like competing against other comedians. And I think my purpose in comedy is to help others and to like spread the word of being kind to animals, serving God. Like, I think that's like, I was talking to my wife today about this, about, how I'm thinking about changing my material to be more clean. But at the same time, I don't, because I want to reach los malandros, bro, which is the people that follow my comedy.
Yeah.
Not necessarily malandros, but
Well,
just
people like that.
cagaleros, bro.
They
Like
like that.
see,
They like that material.
see, they like the material. But at the end, if I could
It's
just
it's
plant the
easier to
seed,
sell than
mm,
positive messages, and
sí,
people wanted to see the desmadre.
desmadre, sí.
Quieren lo desmadre. La gente le gusta la desmadre.
Y el chisme, el desmadre, and the bad. But but at the end, I can plant that seed of like, hey, man, always put God first. Please be kind to animals. Be a good person. That's what I think my purpose is in comedy, man.
You
Like
always,
I
you always
wanna
talk about your dog too.
see. And now my cat. Like I rescued a cat, so I've been writing a lot of material about her. She, she's a menace, but I love her, man. Her name's Mesquite. Shout out Nini's. She has like 4 different names. So yeah, man. Just I'm an animal person, man. When I rescued my dog, I say rescued to impress ladies, but he was gifted to me. But I got him in 2020, right before the apocalypse, right before the pandemic, bro. So he changed the trajectory of my life, dude. Like I wouldn't maybe have survived. Or it wouldn't have been as chill. It wasn't for him because I was stuck at home. I was depressed, but him, like I was like, man, I have a little dude to take care of, man. I can't be all bummed out because I'm not performing. I need to, you know, just be there for him. So he changed the trajectory of my life. He made me a nicer person. He made me care more about animals. He made me like, just he just changed the trajectory of my life, man. So to anybody out there, man, just please adopt, don't shop, or just please be kind to animals. When you see a little doggy in the street, man, don't be mean to it. Try to feed it. Try to be nice to it. Even try to rescue it. That's why I was running late, man. I rescued a dog yesterday, and I found a forever home for him. And the lady was when I brought the little doggy that I rescued yesterday to her. Like she started just bawling, bro, because she said que se parece bastante the dog she used to have, and she had her for like she was a senior dog and passed away like at 17 years, and like she's still missing that piece of her. So when she saw that doggy that I rescued and gave to her, she said like it was just like watching, like seeing her again, like reborn, man. I was like, dude.
And I think Melo used to work for the Border Patrol or ICE.
Man.
Because funny story, we had me and my partner Jerry. We went to the island to go see them perform, and he had mentioned that be careful on, or you could explain it better.
See, right? It was funny, man, because I was like, my dog only barks at people with bikes, like or people that smell like weed. Right, like
And on cue, me
on
and my partner
walked in. He started,
and then the dog comes up to us and starts barking.
yeah, barking up a story. Ya hallamos lo bueno.
That was funny. That was like you can't script that.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, we were in shock and like, damn, this because like this guy nah. But no, for real, yeah, the dog did. You warned us,
Sí,
and
bro.
it's all Jerry's fault.
Yeah.
Jerry Leal.
Shout out to el compa Jerry.
¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué andas haciendo, compa? He's in Austin. He's been working out there.
Okay.
The Longhorn Games. Shout out Pineapple Ninjas, my partner.
Sí.
And just doing things. Hopefully gets back to the island soon.
Pineapple Ninjas is top tier, man.
Yeah,
really good spot, bro. Really good spot.
Now, I brought this belt here because it's NWO. I know you're big on wrestling.
That is such a sweet belt, bro. I'm going to have to take a picture with it, bro.
Absolutely.
And Fluffy mentioned this, said this a long time ago. He says he kind of models his comedy as a wrestling promo.
Okay.
So I kind of,
There's a script there.
See, it's a script. So I've kind of también taken that advice, and sometimes I play into like the heel persona when I'm in a
Hostile environment.
not hostile. Oh, yeah, like
If they're not Mexican.
or no, just like ponle let's say that show I have in Houston. Let's say the Chargers and Texans play the next day. I'm gonna be like,
for sure.
I'm gonna be leaning into that, man. Like
Yeah,
when I had a show, the Cowboys played the Chargers in Jerry's World, and I booked the show at the Hyenas Comedy Club in Fort Worth. 2 shows, and so yeah, I was just did a lot of cowboy jokes, did a lot of I
it was a
leaned.
good cowboy joke.
See, I always love saying this one, bro. Like you could tell somebody's ghetto when they're wearing a Cowboy jersey, but not from a player, not a Dak. Where he con un pinche player.
Your player's not even there.
Not on there, but it's not a legend, bro. It's not Troy Aikman. It's not an Emmett Smith jersey. It's
Austin.
Miles Austin, Dak Gwynn, Quincy Carter. Shout out to Quincy Carter, my homie, bro.
Vanderish.
Now Vanderich was what?
No, you didn't.
Or the ones that
you
like,
didn't
bro.
make it.
Like they're playing for a team, DeMarcus Lawrence. Okay, he plays for the Seahawks now, but people are like Cowboy fans. The ghetto Cowboy fans still sport his Lawrence jersey.
Those are expensive jerseys, man. You gotta get your money's worth.
Yeah. See,
But what I've started doing is just making my own custom. Because I'm tired. I think at one point I had all the murders. I had a Ray Lewis, I had a Ray Rice, Michael Vick, Aaron Hernandez jersey, all in my closet. Like I know how to pick the murderers.
Murderer roll. Where's Sue?
that was
Faltaba Ray Caruth de los Panthers.
no, I didn't get that, man. But yeah, it's funny, and the constant change. I buy a Witten, I buy a Ezekiel Elliott, and it's like I buy it and they're gone the next year.
I always love the.
Luckily, I still have the Dak Prescott. That's the only one that I have that's still. During the fantasy league, they bought me a funny jersey to be smart asses. They put Pookie Bear on the back and the number 69. So I had to wear it one year when I went up there to Dallas.
Raymond, he said he loves the jerseys of the punter, the long snapper, and the kicker. He said, well, if I ever
Who they are?
see, El Aubrey, sí. Pero
Aubrey, well,
yeah.
That guy's
So, man.
yeah, he's a superstar.
Pero yeah, the punter and the
The Ravens wish
the
they still had
snapper.
Justin Tucker.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
man.
he's
How you gonna
expecting-
trust a kicker named Loop?
He took him in for a loop.
Yeah, man. Ah.
Crazy. Now, who's your favorite Charger?
Well, that's why I became a Charger, because I'm a huge college football. I love college football, but I don't really. Because I San Antonio College of Medical Assistants, dental and medical assistants didn't have a football team. That was my college, by the way. So I never really had a college. So I'm more of a player, like whatever player is like, like this year, Fernando Mendoza, man, I was like, I knew he was gonna be a star. I didn't know he was gonna win the Heisman, but I knew he was gonna be a first round pick. I'm big into the draft. I've been watching the draft since I was.
Do a lot of mock drafts.
See, I do a lot of mock drafts, and they're always kind of like, man,
How
they're.
close were you this last one?
Well, I mean, I had like 24 players that went in the first round that I predicted. I think even more. So I mean, it's impossible to get them correct like that. But to have the same number of a lot of number of players that you say are gonna go first round, that's pretty impressive. And I remember there was a streak that I did for the Cowboys, because me and Raymond would like do mock drafts before the Cowboys. Like we would go live, and there was like 3-4 years in a row that I picked the Cowboys first round pick like perfect, bro. It was like, I think it was Van Der Esch, it was Michael Parsons, CeeDee Lamb, and I think the who was the other one, bro? I think Tyler Smith. That I predict them all, like the Cowboys are gonna pick this player, bro. Watch. And sure enough, bro, I didn't pick Tyler Booker this past year.
No,
because that
nobody
one
did.
Yeah, that one kind of threw me.
He
off
was like a
there.
second, third rounder projected.
See, but he did really good. No, he had a really good
Okay,
season.
he did decent.
See.
Yeah. But what did he play? Play defense?
No, guard. He was guard. Yeah.
Guard. Okay, then he did good.
See.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't even keep up with him because I want to keep my blood pressure at a regular rate. I don't want to get pissed off.
I think next year you guys are gonna have a really good year, man.
We should, in theory. I don't know what Jerry's thinking, what he's smoking on, but I also had a Parsons jersey too, and so yeah, I guess I just need to stop buying them jerseys, and that's the way I'm kind of boycotting them, because they don't really care about winning; they just care about selling merch and selling tickets.
It's a
So
business.
that's a business. At the end of the day, they know how to do it. They were a $10 million business. I mean,
Did you
they
watch,
know something.
Did you
about
watch
business.
the Cowboy documentary on Netflix?
I did. I
See,
did.
I'm on the fifth
I did.
episode.
I've seen.
Pero pinche Jerry Jones bien gacho con Jimmy Johnson, bro.
That was an ego problem, and
Ego,
that-
but
yeah,
both
that-
of
that
them,
both of them had it, and
Pero- But
The owner's always gonna win.
yeah.
But
See,
he still lost because they could have won way more championships.
yeah,
You know,
I think so.
I'm tired of getting told, "You're stuck in 1996." You know, it's been
Well,
over
the '90s
30s.
were awesome.
The 90s were awesome. 90s.
See, and speaking of, well, you were asked earlier, which is my favorite Charger. When I was stationed in San Diego, that's the year that LT was just going bananas, and TCU, LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah.
And so he was my favorite player in college that year. And I was like, man, it would be awesome to if the Chargers would draft this dude. And there was rumblings that Michael Vick was gonna get drafted by us. And I remember I went to a club that Michael Vick was there at. People, I didn't get to see him, but
Any dogs?
this was before the dog thing. So people were like, "Hey,
Allegedly.
Michael Vick was here. Michael Vick was here." I was like, "Oh, badass, man! Like F Michael Vick." So then in the draft, the Chargers traded down. They drafted LT, and I was like, and I've always kind of liked the Chargers because I'm a junior, like most Mexicans. My family got Junior with an N, Junior. Right, I was a junior, so Junior Seau was one of my favorite players growing up. So all of that, it was just a perfect storm, man. The Junior Seau, and then LT going to the Chargers, and then being stationed in San Diego. I was like, man, I'm gonna start following the Chargers. And I mean, I've been invested in the team ever since, and it's a lot of heartache, man. We Charger up a lot of games, man. We we find crazy ways to lose, bro, but we're in the playoffs, man. That's all that matters, bro.
So for I've seen your show, so I know you've been in service.
Uh-huh.
Can you tell the audience what military did you were you in?
Do you know or
No, like
do you know?
what did you service? Like you were in the Marines, were you in the Navy, were you in the Army?
Guess, bro.
You were in the Marines.
Ha, yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
The people were like, Marine, parece submarine. Marine mammal. See, bro, I was
Arf.
I was hot. I was hot in the Marine Corps, bro. Me parecía a Paco Aguilar
we
from
need
Blood
to
and
get
Blood
a
Out.
picture so we can put it
See,
here
bro,
on the
let me
bottom.
put it, bro. I look like Paco Aguilar from Blood and Blood Out.
El gallo negro.
El gallo negro,
El
bro.
gallo negro.
That's what I looked like when I was in the Marine Corps, bro. Now I look like el gallo inflado. Let me see if I have it here, bro. Post.
If anything, you could just send it to me and then we could put it on the bottom.
Oh,
We
okay.
could see, yeah, we could show it.
But I'm gonna show it to you real quick. Okay.
Damn, big difference. Who's that guy? And what'd you do to him?
Ahí anda escondido el homie.
He's in there somewhere.
They offered me cake, bro, and I was like, "Oh, I gave up bread even since last year or since in November."
6 days ago.
In November, I've been fasting, bro. I'm on a 2-hour fast right now.
2 hours.
Just joking.
Now
No.
you've lost weight though since the last time I
I've
saw
lost
you.
weight, but then I gained some back during the holidays. Porque
Holidays.
chingos I got hired for a lot of Christmas company parties. And pues I include that in the budget, you know. I'm like, hey, pues me voy a llevar platos para llevar y todo el jale, bro, you know. So I was eating good during the Christmas holidays, but I was like not eating bread and you know, I was trying
With a Diet Coke.
No, I don't even drink I gave up sodas in 2019. And every year I give up something, man. Not every year, but like might get a little personal here. But in 2012, I used to have a horrible cocaine problem. But by the grace of God, you know, I got on my hands and knees. I pray to God, and I don't have a cocaine problem anymore. So, I mean, I still do cocaine, but I can afford it now. No, I'm joking. I don't. It's not a problem anymore. No, I quit cocaine cold turkey in 2012, and then in 2017, I quit alcohol cold turkey. In 2019, I gave up all sodas and tea, not cheese, man. I still love that. Like sweet tea.
Are you on the tea app?
No, no, I'm not a sinvergüenza, man. My wife knows I'm a good man, so no, I've never been on that tea app. And then this past year, 2025, I gave up sugar, like all sorts of processed sugar, like ketchup and barbecue sauce. And ketchup's really bad, bro. 2 tablespoons of ketchup has more sugar than a glazed donut.
No
Or
way.
Neta, bro. So I'm giving you guys some knowledge, dude. Yeah. So what I do now when I go to
Nutritional gems.
see, bro. What I do now when I go to Whataburger and get my burger with my fries, I put donuts on my fries.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That's smart.
See, and then coffee was my biggest one, bro, because pues soy mexicano, güey. Like we grew up with Nescafe con chingos de leche, como half a pound of sugar. As a baby, hey, dale café al bebé para que se duerma, and I'm there getting force fed Nescafe with chingos of. So my whole life, bro, my whole life, I've been drinking coffee with chingos of milk and chingos of sugar. And so this past 2025, I just gave up sugar in my coffee, which was really hard for me. So I was just drinking my coffee with creamer, just like 2 or 3 creamers, and I thought I was doing good. So then, like, we were at Starbucks, and my wife orders her, pumpkin spice, quién sabe qué, desmadre with chingo.
Grande.
See, and I was like, I'll just have an Americano with 2 creams, and we get my coffee, and I'm drinking it. And me enojé, bro. I was like, babe, tell me I'm doing a good job. I haven't put any sugar in my coffee for like almost 6 months. Chingao, like. And she's like, yeah, but you still put creamer. And I was like, well, there's nothing wrong with creamer. And she's like, I remember this. She's like, yeah, but the creamer, since you weigh over 300 pounds, it becomes butter. It becomes all fat in your heart. And I was like, really? Yo de pendejo creyéndole, yeah. She's like, yeah. So, and I was like, what do I do? And she's like, just drink it black. And I was like, audible gasp.
You
Like,
know?
no, estás loca, bro. What do you mean? Just drink it black. That's black coffee is for like hardworking men and serial killers, bro. And I'm a nice guy that wakes up at 11 in the morning, bro. So
Starbucks, it is
Oh,
foreign language to me when I see the
see all
the
those
menu
menus,
board,
right?
and I don't
bro.
understand. Just put small, medium, or large.
Yeah.
But
the venti,
I don't know. So I just if I go with
venti,
anybody.
20, 20.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. Yeah, but
man,
I'd rather
so-
not. To me, I stick with McDonald's. They make it for you. Very simple. 3 creamers,
Yeah.
2 Splendas, and I'm good.
And then so I gave up flour tortillas and bread and chips, bro. All sorts of chips, and that's been my hardest one, bro.
What's
Neta,
your favorite
bro.
chip?
Well, it used to be because I don't eat chips no more. It used to be probably Cool Ranch Doritos con chingos de hot sauce, bro.
They say that Doritos is the worst one.
And the
out of all
Doritos
of
is the
them.
worst one, bro. And I gave
Hot
up
Cheetos.
Funyuns, Flaming Hot Cheetos, Takis, Fritos, Lay's, Pringles, all of them, bro. Los dejé. And I'm gonna tell you people now, bro. giving up chips way harder than cocaine, bro. Fucking way harder, bro.
It is
Way-
a drug, though.
See, I'm having chip nightmares, bro. Like when I gave up coke, like I would have like dreams that I was doing coke in my dreams. But I would only have like 1 or 2, and like then I completely gave it up y todo. But with chips, bro, it's cada semana, bro. I gave up chips like back in September of this
They're
past
so
year.
affordable.
Yeah, and they're everywhere, bro. They're everywhere. They're at baby showers. I don't know what I'm doing at a baby shower, but they're everywhere, bro. And I have chip night. I had a dream, bro. This is neta, bro. I had a dream when I gave up like the 3rd week that I gave up chips. I was craving them so bad. I had a dream that I was a giant Funyun, just in the middle of the ocean, and I had to survive by eating myself. But I was crying while I was biting myself. It was horrible, bro. So yeah, man, I gave up chips, and that's been kind of wild, bro. But yeah, man, I'm just trying to live healthier, man. I'm trying to live a long time. Like, I'm 46, bro. I'm already like, if you think about it, man, I'm not gonna.
The life expectancy is
Spitting. See, I'm already past that, bro.
yeah, so you're
And I already have so many dreams I wanna so many goals that I wanna do, and I know my weight is holding me back, bro. Because I have more energy now. Like, my they say the stomach is like a second brain. It's like, that's why they say go with your gut feeling.
Yeah.
So si le estoy echando chingos de crapa, bro, I'm not gonna be able to, think properly, bro. So that's why I'm trying not to eat before shows anymore either, man. Like, It sucks, man. There's been times when people like, hey, they hire me for a show. Ahí si quieres echarte una papa antes del show. And I go, yeah. So me entasco, me marraneo, bro. And then I'm real heavy on stage, bro. I can't, like, I'm not as sharp with, like, the crowd work or the improv. And so I think health is wealth, baby. Yeah.
That's right. Now, how do you read the crowd when you're out there? So each crowd you go to is different. You go to different cities, different states.
I mean, so I'll sometimes, like, I'm lucky to be the headliner, so I'll kind of I'll check out the host and the feature, which are the two comedians that go on before you, and I'll see what's working. If I see that I'll never tell anybody, like, hey, don't don't curse or don't talk about this. There's some headliners that will tell you, their openers, hey, I don't want you to talk about this. I don't want you to, like George Lopez, when he wouldn't have Mexican comedians because he didn't want all the Mexican tropes to be used up, or there's some comedians, I don't want you to do crowd work, I don't want you to I don't want you to be dirty. I want to say the fucks, So but I'll never tell a comedian to do that. I was like, just do your set. And from what they're doing is like, okay, I'll see what kind of crowd
You
it
already
is.
program yourself.
See, I'll be like, I kind of have different sets. I have like my dirty set. Okay, it's a bar, and I gotta be raunchy.
Raunchy,
Yeah. I have my conservative, church set. Where I talk about my military career. I talk about my family, you know, stuff like that. I have my improv set where it's. I don't know what I'm gonna like say, but I know what kind of like questions to ask the crowd, or when I know it's gonna be more of a. I did a joke, man. I mean, I did a show in Corpus, and this is one of my biggest bombs ever, bro. Like, y me castigó, oh Dios, bro. Even though they say God no castiga, but like
He humbles you.
he humbles me,
He
yeah.
humbles
Because
you.
we did Raymond's room at the island. There was a buddy of ours that came down, and he brought this young comic from Corpus, and he was kind of cocky, and then he ate the biggest dick. Eating dick is
Like,
what we say when somebody's not doing well or bombing, and and we were all clowning on him, and afterwards we were still ragging on him, and he was like, what do you do the next time you bomb? And I'm like, well, I don't know, man. I haven't bombed in like 15 years, bro. Like, for me to bomb, it's very rare. It's like a unicorn. You hardly see it. Fucking 3 days later, bro, I bombed the worst I've ever bombed. Gacho, bro. And it was my buddy's. He's a restaurant owner in Corpus. Shout out to Vago. He hired me for his and his wife's birthday party, and he invited the whole hood. He invited everybody, bro. At this historic venue, but it was horrible for comedy. Like, the acoustics were really bad for comedy, and then the DJ, he was the guy from Gangland, the voice,
Yeah.
the guy
Oh,
from
really?
Gang, yeah. So he had this big booming voice. So he had this microphone. I don't know what kind of microphone it was, but it sounded con madre, bro. Like, everybody was talking, not paying attention, but like you could hear him, con madre. So it was me and my buddy, and we go up there. Oh, my buddy goes up there first, and he gives him this other mic, and it's just muffled, como Charlie Brown, wah, 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 wah. So people were already talking. There was like chingos of niños in the dance area, just popping balloons, and nobody paid attention, and the mic that he had was just awful. And I'm like, I went to the guy and I was like, hey, bro, is it cool if I use your microphone? Because that one sucks. He's like, no, he just needs to learn how to talk. It's like, I'm not going to give you my mic. This is a special mic. I was like, I thought I know, bro. So I was like, all right, well, maybe my buddy, like, I mean, he's been doing comedy for a while. I was like, I kind of like, maybe it's not him, but maybe like I'll just speak more clearly. But nah, bro, nothing like, you couldn't hear me, bro. So I was like, you know what? F this, man. I'm not gonna do my set. So I got off stage and I went to each table and was just talking to them, and they would laugh, they would pay attention, that table, but then everybody else was not caring. So it was just, man, I was just plowing through it. Finally, I was like, I'm gonna do a grito contest just to end it, and I'll give away like $50 just to like get people excited. So, sorry, I spit, man. That was a big spit too, bro. My bad. So I was going back to the stage when some lady goes, "Fucking play music already." And I was like, "Pues let me go talk to her." So I go over there and I go, "Ma'am, pues chingao, I guess you don't want to hear my comedy. What do you want the DJ to play? Like, I'll get off. That's fine. I was gonna do a contest for $50, but I don't think nobody cares. And I don't want you upset, ma'am. Like, what do you want to play? What do you want the DJ to play?" So I gave her the mic, and she goes, "I would literally anything but you. I would rather hear fucking Flow Rider than you." And I was like, "Why? What's wrong with Flow Rider, bro?" I was like, "Why is Flow Rider catching strays, dude?" So yeah, it was bad, bro. It was, man, humbled me, gacho, bro. It was it was such a somebody to tell you like, I'd rather listen to anything but you right now. It was, but as somebody that's been doing comedy 18 years, that I know I crushed stages, it was one of those things like there was nothing I could do, bro. It was like literally nothing I could do to save that
Except for
show.
play Flow Rider.
Yeah, except for tell a
Shorty
DJ.
Galo.
Yeah, hey, dude, play boots boots to the fur or whatever he says. Just play that, bro, because I'm not doing shit right now, man. So that was an experience, man.
So you're talking about different people, different audiences. A couple years back, I actually hired you to do a gig for the kids, fourth graders, doing their STAR test. My sister's a teacher in Uvalde at the Robb Elementary, and they had hired somebody to give them a motivational speech, but then he canceled on them. And so she said that the principal had taken off the budget and they weren't going to do it anymore. So then I've like, man, those kids need somebody to get motivated. So I reached out to you, and you gave them a phenomenal speech because those kids did well on their STAR test. Only for a couple of days later, they end up getting gunned down. And I don't think nobody knows that story. So I want to thank you for helping out and doing that motivational speech for the kids.
That was when I heard that, like, and then I saw what elementary it was. I was like, that's the elementary that I performed for. And I've you know that saying, physically ill. I've never had experienced that till then, bro. Like, I literally fucking threw
you had
up.
a connection with the kids.
See,
so
like,
did
I fucking threw up, bro. I was so fucking
there was about
devastated.
There was 30 classes in there,
Yeah.
and only 2 of them gave me a appreciation letter, and they all signed it.
Oh,
and one of them happens to be the kids that got gunned down. So to me,
man.
that really touched. It was very sad, and I was really worried about my sister too. She still has PTSD about it. She's still going through litigations, courts about it.
It's awful, man.
It's a life-changing experience that nobody should ever do. If you see a kid out there that looks weird, don't be afraid and call the police. You got kids on the line. You got to take care of the kids because they're the future. So I want to big you up on that because you bailed me out, you helped them out, and we have a connection there with the kids from Uvalde. But another connection we got, I saw that Wu-Tang Killer B. I got my Wu-Tang outfit.
Bro, that is one of the biggest reasons why.
Take your neck.
Yeah. Why I bless you, ma'am. Well, one of the biggest reasons why I got into I'm like Oprah, bro. I've been dieting here up and down, but I got more serious. Like, I gave up the bread and the flour tortillas and the chips because in June I saw the Wu-Tang Clan in Fort Worth. I had a show the next day.
That's right.
Yes,
I
bro.
was so jealous you got backstage with him.
Como the draft, I fucking sneaked. I'm sorry, keep cursing, bro.
It's okay,
I
you
snuck
curse,
in.
you curse.
Me metí, bro, porque I did buy pretty good seats. They were like the third row VIP, but not like VIP for backstage. They had like a little before the concert. You had the Wu-Tang Museum. It was like a room maybe a little bit bigger than this with a lot of Wu-Tang memorabilia. And then they had like a little chill spot where they had music of theirs, and you had like little hors d'oeuvres and waters and some drink. I don't drink, but they had alcohol and stuff. So I had that, right? So I was sitting pretty close, pero estaba bien cateado because I was wearing my Jordans. And if you're over 40 and you wear Jordans, you know how heavy they are, especially the Jordan 1s, bro. I don't know how Michael Jordan won Rookie of the Year with those things because they're
That's
like
how great
bricks.
he was. That's how great he
that's
was.
how amazing it was. Those are like bricks on your feet. And pues 5 hours standing, bro, because the pre-show walking, because my buddy lived like maybe 15-minute walk from the Dickies Arena in Fort Worth. Not even 15 minutes, like 10 minutes. So I walked from my buddy's place and walked all over the arena, stayed standing. So when the concert was over, I was literally like, man, I need to. I'm gonna wait till everybody leaves so I can, because I'm tired, bro. So I estaba espere, and finally, like, they were like, hey, yeah, kicking everybody out. So I was walking, and then I saw like maybe 10 people lined up, and me being, I being in the biz, being in backstages, I knew it was like those people are gonna do a meet and greet. So I me hice el pendejo, and I just got behind them. And there were the family and friends of the band, the not Wu-Tang, but the saxophone player, or they have like a band,
an orchestra.
An orchestra, yeah. And there was the friends and family of there. So yo me metí con ellos, and they brought us, and they had like a wristband for backstage. Pero I was kind of hiding my hand. I was just, and some guy did notice. One of the guys did notice because he looked at me and he goes, hey, you're just trying to get in where you fit in, huh? And I go, yeah, man, don't say shit. He's like, you good. You good, young blood. That's what he told me, bro. I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah. So
It was meant to be.
Yeah, it was meant to be, bro. And so we were there, like we were at the orchestra comes out and greets their family and friends. And like I'm the only one that's not saying hi to anybody. Luckily, this lady goes, "All right, you guys, if you guys want to go meet the rest of the band, they're in their individual dressing rooms." So de volada me arranco, bro, and I saw you, God, awesome dude, El Raekwon, and I had just read. I had just read his book where he talks about the beef that him and RZA had, and how like Raekwon was in talks with Leonardo DiCaprio about this huge Wu-Tang movie they wanted to do, but el pinche RZA decided to go the show route. I don't know if you ever seen the Wu-Tang show in Hulu.
I did.
See,
it's good.
It's good, but I mean, thinking like Leonardo DiCaprio was going to produce it. It was going to be this big old thing. So I was like, I told him, I was like, yeah, man, I just read your book. Like his whole demeanor changed. 'Cause, I mean, he wasn't like standoffish, but he just had like, just very stoic, just like, all right, homie, let's take the picture. But when I told him like, hey, I just read your book, like his whole attitude changed. Like,
really?
oh yeah, man. So you know me on a personal level, huh, man? And I was like, yeah, bro, I read all of it. It's like, I don't like these motherfuckers. He said that, bro. I was like, I don't know, bro. So yeah. So then I walked y vi al pinche Jizza, bro. And he kind of looked like Pookie from New Jack.
That's
and
right,
Jizza,
yeah.
Y el vato bien no se le quita lo hood, bro. He had a trash bag, and he had all the snacks. He just threw all the snacks in there, bro. He threw it over his bag. He's like, I'm out of here. So I didn't get to take a picture with him because he had all the snacks and the coffee pods. He told waters. He told jale se llevó from the dressing room, bro. I was like, that's hood, bro. That's badass.
That was a midnight snack.
See, and then I saw ¿cómo se llama? Ghostface Killer, también scowl, just a big old scowl. But el comadre, el vato también. Then Method Man had the most people around him. Everybody wanted to.
He popped the most out of all of them.
See,
he had the best career.
Yeah, and so his bodyguard or his security was kind of telling the people like, yeah, this is his last picture, right? So then it was just me and some lady. Like everybody left, but me and some lady stayed there to like maybe he'll take one last one, right? So then he finishes taking a picture with like this couple, and then I go, "Hey, Meth, can I get a picture?" And he's like, "Don't you know it's ladies first?" And I go, "Oh, my bad." And so he got kind of mad, right? So I was like, "Oh yeah, my bad, ma'am. Go for it." It was some older lady, well, not older, but my age, like in their mid-40s. So he takes a picture with her, and then he's like, "Let me get a picture with you, man." And so I was taking a picture, and then I was like, I was like, "Hey, man," because he has an Instagram page for his workouts.
Yeah, he really transformed. He actually he motivated me. Like the way he looks at 50, that's why I want to look.
Yeah,
I can't even look like that in 40s. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We're working on it, though.
We're working on it. Well, that's the thing, bro. I feel bad for, I'm a gentleman, bro. So de Texas, bro. So I feel bad that I kind of was like, didn't let this lady go first. I was like right away, hey, let me get a picture.
You got excited.
So I got excited. So, and me regañó, right? Hey, don't you know it's ladies first? And I was like, yeah, you're right. So to kind of take that, like, that not anger, but because he'd be cool with me.
Yeah.
I was like, hey man, I just lost like 180 pounds following your workout. And it's like, yeah, bro, his whole demeanor changed.
Hey.
He's like, oh yeah, man, you keep at it, man. I'm so happy to hear that. And I was like, pichato mentiroso. So I was like, man, next time I see Method Man, I'll be like, bro, I was lying to you, but I did end up losing 100 pounds.
You
bro.
hear that, Meth?
So, Meth, if you see this, I'm sorry I lied to you, but I am on that fitness journey. Which, by the way, journey sounds real panocha, bro. I'm on a journey. But yeah, I'm on a fitness journey.
It's not about the destination, it's about the journey.
The journey, baby, yeah. So yeah, I got to meet them, bro. Always meet your heroes, bro. They always say never meet your heroes because they'll disappoint.
Never meet your hero. That is right.
Hey, dude, always meet your heroes. Bro. I got to meet Fluffy, awesome dude. The Wu-Tang Clan, all in 2025, bro. Like
that was your year.
My comedy idol, my music idols, and yeah, bro.
So Fluffy's your
one of my comedy idols, bro.
Who else is your comedy idol?
Bernie Mac.
Oh,
I loved Bernie Mac. When I was a chavalon, I loved all the MTV. This is back
R.I.P.
in the
MTV.
Yeah, they just passed.
44 years just passed of a heart attack.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the HBO specials también. But I remember I used to love Andrew Dice Clay and Sam Kinison.
Oh,
bro.
that guy was just raw.
Sam Kinison, yeah.
Super raw.
See, Sam Kinison, mostly because when I was a chavalon, I was super funny, and I wanted to be a rock star, bro. I wanted to be Bon Jovi. I wanted to be Poison. I wanted to be Motley Crue, but I had no musical talent. But I was funny. But then I saw Sam Kinison. He was a comedian, but he was also doing rock music videos. He did that Wild Thing, the cover of Wild Thing.
That's right.
And it was playing everywhere on MTV. And I was like, I want to do that, bro. And if you guys follow my career, you know how Sam Kinison yelled a lot. Like my older stand-up, I used to yell a lot too. But Sam Kinison, Andrew Dice Clay, and then when I got into my teenage years, going to my military career, I used to watch Def Comedy Jam like it was religious, bro. I would have people over my barracks, and Chris Tucker, Bernie Mac, Chris Rock. Chris Rock was never on Def Comedy Jam, but just Chris Rock at the time, man. His Bigger, Blacker, Better, I think is the name of his. That one is just. To test of time, bro. And Dave Chappelle's Killing Them Softly. Before the Chappelle Show, I used to love that. That's probably my favorite special of all time. The Killing Me Softly by Chappelle. And now I can't watch Chappelle. Like I tried to watch 3 minutes of his latest stand up, and I just couldn't. And it's not because he got political, and it's not because you can get like some people say I don't like when comics get political. I don't care, man. If it's funny, it's funny, bro. You know,
yeah, some heat on him.
Yeah.
What he said.
But I haven't even watched it because I couldn't watch it because of the fucking cigarette smoke, man. I was like, dude, the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, there's so many comedians that look up to you, and they're gonna see you smoking on stage, and these nerds are gonna follow you. How are you gonna make a whole generation of comedians start smoking cigarettes, bro. And I know it's petty, and I know it's like that went away, you know. But to me, it's like I hate with a passion. You don't understand, bro. I hate cigarette smoke. Me da un pinche choque when somebody's smoking around me. I can't. You know that dude.
And he smokes like a whole pack.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, dude.
The whole
Hey,
pack.
wait, no tienes pinche discipline. You don't have a fucking hour of discipline to not smoke a cigarette while you do your show, dude. Like, is it like you're trying to show, like, oh, look at me, I can smoke? Like, we all can do that, bro. I can fucking light up a blunt if I want to, but I'm gonna have the discipline to not do it, you know? I don't know. It's such a pet peeve for me, bro. I couldn't finish the special because of that.
He does more storytelling than jokes, if anything.
Okay.
Like he just tells.
I started getting more into
Story.
storytelling too
Yeah.
because, like,
I like the way he connects it here and there, but yeah, the smoke and actually he was one of the first.
I can't stand that, bro. Like, come on, man.
I big him up on the shows that he does because he charges everybody the same amount. No matter where, if you sit in the front or you sit in the back, you're gonna get charged.
That's
the same.
what Jeff Dunham is doing at the Pain Arena.
That's good, and I
See,
like that.
'cause
And it's fair. And the only way you get front row seats is if you're one of the first ones to actually get on.
Yeah.
And he just does pop ups from one day to the next, and he sells them out.
Yeah, bro.
That's cool. But the one bad thing that well, it's not bad. It's just that he has those new gadgets where you put your cell phone like a little pocket.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You put your cell phones in there and you clap them, and you can record. Or so you want to look cool and do a gram video or picture, you can't do that.
When I went to go see him in San Antonio, this was back in 2017. He did that. He started doing
One of
that.
the first to do that. Now
Yeah,
I think Kevin Hart.
A lot of people, a lot of comments are doing it. I mean, I wish I could do that. Honestly, I wish I could do that too, bro. Because there's another pet peeve of mine, bro. When I see when I look out into the audience, and I could be crushing it, but there's some uninterested chick on her phone. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, really, you paid money, or your dude paid money for this? And
dude paid money for it.
Even worse, when it's a comedian like on the show with you, when it's your opener, or when it's a comedian that Sewun is going there to support, and they sit in the showroom and they're on their phone the whole time. I'm like, salta la verga, güey. Don't, because like I can be crushing, but I see somebody not laughing or not paying attention, my whole attitude shifts, or not attitude, but my whole attention shifts to them. Like I just want to get them laughing. Like, motherfucker, laugh, bro. Pay attention. Get off the T app.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, those. Oh man, I can't stand that when it's opening comics. I was like, come on, dude. Like,
Get
yeah,
your pen
be on
and
your
paper ready.
Yeah, dude. Like, hey, dude, I'm at where you want to be. You want to be headlining, and I still host. I still feature for my buddies, But when I was coming up, I would always watch how Raymond handled, shows, how Willie Barcena handled shows, how these, Miss Pat, all these Jamie Kennedy, all these comics, pretty big names. I would see how they would handle different situations, and now everybody's so self-absorbed in themselves, like they want to be such main characters that they don't want to get better. They just want to be like, oh, I took a selfie right when I got off stage. Let me see how many likes it has so far, instead of learning from the headliner. I'm like, oh, come on, dude.
Yeah.
I can't stand that, bro. And even worse, when get out of the showroom, if you're on your phone, but if you get out of the showroom to go outside the venue to smoke a cigarette, oh, it fucking kills me, bro. I was like, get your ass inside and watch the headliner, dude. Watch him how he handles a crowd,
Yeah, like, do you got somewhere better to be?
See, yeah. I was like, dude, you want this to be your livelihood? You want this to be, your main source of income? Do you want it to be your career?
You gotta be all in.
Study, take
Be all
notes.
in, be all in.
Like those Instagram models can wait, bro.
Then they're never gonna read back or reply back to you.
Bro. I did a show for this halfway house, court ordered halfway house for their Thanksgiving observation, and some kid, 19, 20 years old, he asked me, because I told them how I gave up hard drugs, and I gave up alcohol, and I gave up hanging out with my bad influences, and they're like, what can you what piece of advice can you offer us to stay in the straight and narrow? And I'm like, lately I've been living from off the rule of if if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Meaning, like, learn from.
You should always be
Yeah,
able to be learning from somebody.
we always learning,
Challenge
always
yourself.
always strive to be around successful, smart people. And so if you're a young comic, you don't want to you don't want to pay attention to the headliner while he's putting on a master class in how to handle a heckler or how to handle the mic going off or something. You missed that because you're on your phone, or you missed that because you went outside to hit on a chick that's smoking a cigarette. And stuff like that is kind of like what irks me about comedy nowadays, that everybody's very self-absorbed and wants to be the main character all the time, that they don't learn, they don't grow, and that's what kind of irks me. And there's a lot of, with social media, with TikTok, there's a lot of shortcuts you can take to get that headlining spot, because comedy clubs, they want, asses in the seats. So they're going to go with who can sell tickets. But yet you're not going to have repeat customers because your show's going to suck, man. You don't have that. You don't have the tools to put on a badass show that people say, like, oh, I want to see this dude again next time he comes around, because you skipped a lot of steps, and you were updating your Instagram while, instead of taking notes from the headliner, or instead of learning from the headliner.
So how does Mario Salazar handle hecklers?
I read them and see how I can handle them, because a lot of times they're heckling, but because they don't realize they're heckling. And I get from my videos, from my viral videos, I get a lot of first timers, like it's their first time at a comedy show. They don't follow me for my stand up, they follow me because of my fight videos. So they don't know the etiquette. So they're excited when I'm saying a joke. They'll be like, "Sí, güey, sí, 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 sí," and they're overly excited. So I kind of like gotta tell them, like,
School them, show them some etiquette.
See, but if I see that they're drunk and they're like just
Obnoxious.
more malice. They have malice over what they're saying instead of excitement. They're heckling with malice. That's when I go out and like I kind of attack them. But and when it's somebody that's overly excited, I'll kind of do like, me enseñó esto Raymond. I'll do crowd work, but like giving them over exaggerated compliments. Like you start talking about how they're dressed. Esa pinche camiseta está con madre, güey, por eso no se cae el hocico, shit like that. And they're like, oh shit, no me voy a callar, stuff like that. Just to give you overly talk about the size of their junk. Like, pues con razón su vieja también está hablando, because pues la tiene bien contenta. Stuff like that, because that guy looks like he has and just over exaggerated compliments, but also at the same time tell them, like, hey, you gotta shut the fuck up, bro, because the next time it's not gonna be so nice, But when it's done with malice, and you just right away
skip that line.
Yeah, you skip the line and just start straight to telling them shit.
What's one of the shits you told them? Like one of the best ones.
I had this just recently at the Dallas show, man. I had this dude. He didn't really look like my typical fan base. He looked like a young white professional,
Caucasian male.
like rich Caucasian. I get a lot of white people, but they're like the the Mexican white or the ghetto white. Yeah,
the trailer whites.
Or the ¿Qué onda, compa? White, like and I said, like, I was like, bro, you're really gonna keep on talking and saying so much shit to me when I go, stand up, bro, stand up, and the guy stands up watching, going, I go, doesn't this motherfucker look like he could be a villain in a Hallmark movie because he had that look, bro. That long
Hallmark movie.
that long sports coat, or that that long
Yeah,
jacket with
like the sport. Yeah,
with
yeah.
the collared shirt, así bien like that he would like
Like he just
that
got
he
out of
runs a
work.
business
He
and
just got out of work and went
yeah
away.
like he runs a business and he told all his employees, y'all working Christmas Eve, sort of deal. He just had that fucking douchebag, arrogant
Arrogance,
look,
yeah.
So when I told him that, bro, like, no, like, and it was it was during Christmas time, so like all those cheesy Hallmark movies, like everybody knows them, right?
Yeah.
There's always that one boss that's an asshole, and he just fit that to a T. So it just it just landed so fucking good, bro. It just
Now you talk about working with Raymond. How is it working with Raymond?
man, it's we have a blast just working, and we don't work together as much, but we do because the island, the Isla Grande has become
Quarter deck.
quarter deck has sort of become my my homeroom, my home club. There's not a comedy club in the valley yet, so that's where, I mean, it's every week. So when I need to tweak some material, when I need to try out some stuff, or when I just need to be on stage and just
Keep sharp.
I take a lot of chances there. I take a lot of chances, like stuff that I wouldn't try normally. I'll see if it works there first because it's not my usual crowd. It's more more tourists, more older white people. So I know if it works with them,
And
it
it's
could work.
free at 7 p.m. on Thursdays.
I'll be there this
every
Thursday.
Thursday.
I don't know
so
when this will air, but
It should be soon.
okay.
Maybe not in time for that
See,
one.
no,
but
but I'm there almost
he's there.
regularly.
Just check his Instagram.
Mm. And then I'm a fan of stand up, so I'll go sometimes just to just to say what's up to the people, just to watch a show myself, because I'm a fan of stand up. Like, that's why I became a stand up, because I was a huge fan before I became a stand up. And so yeah, working with Raymond, man, it's always a blast because we always have chingos of fun before the show, after the show, and we're always constantly helping each other out. Well, it's called tag. I have a tag for you, which
He is your tag team partner.
See, you add to the joke. Like, I'll give you an example. I have this joke where I go, "Hey man, things are going great for me personally, professionally, and personally. I had a big milestone I just reached." And everybody starts clapping. I go, "I'm 46 years old, and just last week I moved out of my mom's house," right? People laugh. And then Raymond was like, "Hey, bro, I got a tag for you." And I go, "Yeah." He's like, "Say that, like, yeah, you just moved out of your mom's house. Well, she just fired me as her provider." So I've been using that, man. Like, I used that joke, Raymond's tag. I used it on the Mas Loco reboot that's playing on Hulu right now. So, check that out. Just type in Mas Loco and search for our episode. So yeah, so we're constantly bouncing ideas off each other, and we're constantly giving each other tags for jokes. And that's another thing, man. For young comics, man, one of the quickest ways to have a headliner take you on the road is if you're a good writer and if he knows that, like, you can help him out. So if you're a young comic, and you're performing with a pretty well-known headliner, watch his set and try to write a tag for him or her, and then after the show, it's like, "Hey, it was great working with you. With all respect, I have this tag. It might work, bro. If it's a badass tag, bro, they're gonna love that. They're gonna take you on the road, man. But no, pero quieres andar afuera fumando un pinche cigarro. You want to be on your fucking phone instead of paying attention to the headliner. So that's what I'm always saying, man. Just always take notes. Always watch the headliner, man.
That's awesome. Great gems you've thrown out there.
Simon.
Anything else you want to tell the audience?
May 2026 be the best year of your life. Always be grateful. Never look at what you don't have. Always look at what you have. Like, I have it. I'm a nationally touring comedian, man. Like, I do this as my main source of income. And sometimes I get, I'll get down on myself because I'm doing clubs, or I'm doing comedy clubs, or I'm headlining a bar, instead of a theater, instead of arenas all the time, or I'll have a gap. Like this month, January is always the slowest for comedy. This month, I have the show at the Island this Thursday, and then I don't have anything till January 23rd, which is 2 weeks from now. And for me to have 2 weeks off is unheard of, So I'll start like last year during this time, because last year I only had one show in January, and I was so fucking bummed out, bro. Just because I needed the stage, I needed money too, but most, también the stage. And then I started thinking, I was like, man, well, I'm doing better than 95% of comedians out there, man. I'm constantly booked. I have a great following. I do this as my main source of income. I'm doing what I love as my main source of income. Ever since I was in the military, I love to travel. So I get to meet, I get to go to these places I would have never gone to. I'm going to Washington State, I'm going to Idaho for shows, So I look at that, I'm like, that's badass, bro. Like, why that's badass. If God wants me to be selling out theaters, well, that's gonna be my purpose. But right now, my purpose is, I'm blessed.
You're blessed.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
blessed.
so blessed, dude.
Blessed.
Like, I'm so grateful for my life. So I always look at what you have, man, because I would say there's so many comedians that would love to be in my place. I would love to be in Ralph Barbosa's fluffy, Chappelle without the cigarette smoking. But I'm like, but there's so many comedians that say, man, I would love to have Mario's career, man. Like, he's, constantly working, constantly putting out new content, constantly getting new fans. I want that, so, just be grateful for what you have. And then some comics are like, oh, well, I only have one paid gig this month. I'm like, there's thousands and thousands of comedians that can't get out of that open mic phase. They still have to do free shows. They still don't have any. They're still not they're still not booked at all. You're getting paid for telling jokes, dude. Fucking beautiful, dude. ¿Qué más quieres, bro? There's always somebody that's gonna, want to be at your place. So the only way to change that mindset is, for me, I started just, instead of trying to compete with the fluffies, I am just competing with myself. I'm
stayed in your own lane.
Not necessarily stay in my own lane, because I want to branch out too. But as in, like, I just, instead of worrying about where Ralph is booked, I'm worried about putting on the best show and being better than my last show. I don't have to worry about, of course, be in the know, be in the, what's, who's hot and stuff like that. And, not necessarily, like, try to mimic their career, but, try to see what makes them successful. But don't, like, let it stress you out. Like, just keep on doing what you're doing and be grateful for what you have done.
Trust the process.
And trust the process, bro.
Trust the process.
Philadelphia 76ers, they're still trying to win a championship, but hey, but trust the process. They said
All
that
right.
like 10 years ago, man. Man, we've been talking for a while, bro.
Yeah,
It's
we've
like
been for a
2 hours.
minute.
I'm sorry. They're like, man, we gotta edit out.
That's good. But appreciate you coming by.
I appreciate you. And the
Episode
coffee,
3.
man, was amazing, dude.
The
Thank
best
you.
coffee. She needs to open up her own coffee place. Thank you, Monica. But that's about it, guys. That wraps up episode 3. Coming out soon. Thank you, Mr. Salazar.
Thank you so much, man. Hey, please always put God first. Please be kind to animals. I los guachamos. Catch me at a show, or catch me making you laugh with one of my viral voiceovers.
Where can they find you at?
You can find me on Instagram at Mario Superstar Salazar, Facebook and Twitter at Superstar Comedy, and TikTok, I think it's Mellow Dog 956. That's because my TikTok got taken down too.
That's right.
And so yeah, just search Mario Salazar, and like I'll probably have a mutual friend of yours that's following me, because like I said, my videos are part of American lore. It's part of.
Keeps me entertained. I'll tell you that.
Sí, bro, they're the best,
And
man.
if you don't follow them,
Yo me pongo
you
casa
wanna
solo.
laugh?
Sí,
Hey, man.
follow me, and not
Ahí
only that, bro, but I have a lot of a lot of. If you're an animal person, I'm always trying to tell you people to rescue animals. I'm always trying to. I'm an advocate for animals. So, man, please be kind to animals.
All right, guys, you have it here. That's a wrap.
A los
Thank you.
guachamos.